The aim of this video is to bring to life some of our many alumni who worked at Station X, that is Bletchley Park, and the Y stations, which were all around the country. Some of these alumni went on to work at GCHQ. We are delighted to be able to draw on the materials from the Oral History Archives at Bletchley Park and abstracts from the film produced by Orlando Media, The Lucid Past of Nancy Sanders. Our first clip comes from Wenda Reynolds, who many of you will remember, and who died in 2017.
Actually, I applied to Commander Denniston.
How did you know about it?
I don't know. I think perhaps one of my father's patients, he just died just before the beginning of the war. His assistant took the practice over, and my mother ran the house, but so I suppose, well, people knew, everybody knew that it was there. I wasn't very clear what it did.
No.
I remember one time they put round the walls of the main room in the mansion letters or scribbles that local people thought we were doing there. And they had the weirdest ideas. Nobody guessed what we were doing.
No. There must be a lot of rumours going around
town.
Absolutely,
yeah. But I applied to Commander Denniston. Evidently my papers went to him. So I got a job with a very rough, tough, bluff Commander Bradshaw. And I remember him saying to me, "Oh, well, Denniston seems to like your writing, so you better come." So I don't know what it was about my application form that Denniston approved.
At that time, did the word enigma mean anything to you? Did you know about it?
Yes, I knew that it was code breaking, yes. I don't quite know. You kind of absorbed it, really.
Yes.
But I wasn't hands-on. Actually, a lot of it was terribly tedious and wearing work. I was glad to be doing what I did do. It's more interesting. Oh, yes. Alan Turing. Now, he was in the little kind of hut behind Hut 9, and he always used to come round below my window, very shy, looking at the ground all the time, on his way to lunch. And he did have a girlfriend for a while, but that didn't work out. Very sad.
Did you ever talk to him?
Don't remember talking to him, no, just seeing this figure going down, looking at the ground. The one who did talk to was Hugh Alexander, who never stopped talking. He was a great chatterer. He'd come in and you couldn't get rid of him. And Harry Hensley, of course.
Yeah.
That was rather funny because that was full circle, because he married Hilary Brett Smith, and her father was my tutor at Oxford.
Oh, right, yes.
And so, of course, Harry came from pretty lowly beginnings, but he did well. He was brilliant, codebreaker and so on. But so I went to Bletchley. I was a civilian, employed by the Foreign Office, and my rank was a temporary civil servant. I've no idea what I was paid, but it was less than I was getting before.
Was it?
They were very stingy.
Yes.
I was in administration. I interviewed one or two junior people, and then I used to go and see the heads of sections, because they were only allowed so many staff, and keep a list of what they'd got and try and get the kind of staff they were looking for.
Yes.
And it was interesting to see people's MI5 forms and so on.
You had all the personnel records in front of you in this place?
Yes.
Good Lord, there must have been some secrets there.
I can't remember which was which, but I used to go and see Welshman, and I used to go and see Frankie Birch, who was great fun. He was the one who'd been a Cambridge professor and also went to Twankey. He was a bit of a gossip. I also remember his wife used to walk about carrying a green thermos flask because she didn't trust the water. I used to look out onto the tennis court then. My window looked out.
You were in Hut 9?
Yes.
They've just exposed the foundations of Hut 9. Where Hut 9 was, after the war, was tarmacked into a car park. And they've just dug all that up and grassed it over.
Oh.
And when they dug it up, they found the foundations of Hut 9.
Really?
There was also the foundations of Hut 2.
Oh, the beer hut.
The beer hut.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that was where you met everybody.
I've heard that story about bottles of beer. Is it true?
Oh, there was the beer hut. You used to go and have your glass of beer, or you could have coffee too, I think.
Yeah.
And you just sit and chat to anybody. You didn't know who they were or what they did. You see, they had musicians and poets and all kinds, and not just linguists and mathematicians.
Yes. Nancy Sanders spoke fluent German and had lived there, but was also an eminent archaeologist and a pacifist.
I went to the Wrens, went up to the linguists, which was very, very hush-hush then. You weren't allowed to say what you were at all. We were listening to E-boats, and we knew a great deal about them. And we even knew the names of their commanders. There was one called Willy something or other. And we did direction finding, that's to say, we took bearings on what they said, and so were able to pinpoint where they were. Yes, I remember one was given compliments on your work last night, meant that there, and you heard someone say, we've got so many badly wounded, so you knew what was going on. When you were really frightened, you would rather kill than be killed. So after I'd been in air raids, I knew that I would rather kill than be killed. And that was worked out in this work very well, because I did know exactly who I was fighting against. We knew them by name.